Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
All right, listeners, we'd like to say a pleasant good evening and welcome to today's edition of LIB Future TV here on Care Radio 95.9. And of course, we're live on KCN TV, on Facebook, and on YouTube Care Communications Network. Today is Tuesday, the 24th of March, 2026. Welcome to today's edition. My name is Jefferson Weah, and of course, Lovetta David is also here. Good evening, Lovetta. Welcome.
Good evening.
Go ahead.
My mic is not muted.
Yeah, you're on it. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me say good evening to our viewers around the world and those of you in Radio Lane. Today's trending news stories. Bouaka seeks French mediation in Guinea border dispute. President Bouaka has reportedly reached out to France Emmanuel Macron to intervene as Guinean troops and customs officers deploy in contested border areas. Officials say Bouaka views Macron as a credible broker to engage concrete and diffuse tensions. As the government urges calm for diplomacy, even as credible reports indicate Guinean troops advancing further into Liberian territory. Opposition bills case ahead of Liberia's 2029 vote. Critics of President Bouaka's Unity Party government say anti-corruption efforts are selective and promises unmet. ANC leader Alexander Cummings is pinching his governance agenda and international record as an alternative as parties gear up for 2029. The ANC and its flag bearer pledges 600,000 jobs, 400 civil servant pay, and an anti-corruption push as cornerstones of his plan for Liberia. Bouaka's 600-unit housing plan starts after the mid-February start. The National Housing Authority project for Monserrado, Nema, Bom, Lofa, Bomi, and Grand Bassa has not broken ground amid ongoing land, partnership, and design work. Observers note budget shortfalls and urge a revised timeline as Liberians wait on the promised rollout. NPA Jones Abidjan workshop on African port data reform. Liberia's Port Authority is attending a March 23 to 27 continental workshop on the African Ports Connectivity Portal, aiming to improve port data and benchmarking. Led by Ambassador Revin Van Ross and senior NPA staff, the delegation brings policy and technical expertise to the reform push. Liberia hosts Kimberlin process review after 13 years. A Kimberlin process team began its first Liberia review in over a decade on March 23 at Belacasa Hotel, assessing money reforms. The Mines and Energy Ministry conveyed lawmakers, partners, and stakeholders pledging full cooperation. Innova launches transcript Dove to digitize Liberian Academy records. Innova Group unveiled Transcript Dove, a platform to modernize transcript processing and verification. Founder Abraham Toure called it a bold step for Liberia's digital future, stressing data security and institutional integrity. Express warned U.S. Liberia health D-Rigs courts oversight gaps. Liberia's 5-year $124 million health compact shifts funds from NGOs to government control. Analysts warn the America First framework may mean less money, weaker oversight, threats to women's health, services, and data risks, leaving the system more vulnerable despite official praise. Liberians say as accessible, affordable, quality health care remains out of reach, with meaningful reforms still unseen. And MNG Gold Liberia rejects social media claims. MNG Gold push back on online allegations about its operation, and spokesperson Matthew Pinky affirmed the firm's commitment to transparency and fairness in hiring and development. Those were the latest updates with me, Lovecta Davis.
Many thanks to Lovetta Davis for the local news here on the platform. And of course, this is LIB Future TV. Today's edition will be a feature of the repeat version on the 2nd of March, where the political leader of ANC, Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings, appeared as guest on the first edition. And so we'll play you today's edition is going to be a repeat. So welcome to it now. And of course, let's get it.
Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland, where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to LIB Future TV. I am Catherine Gibson, here with Michael Padmore and Saliki Kroma. This is a new show. I hope you can join us every week, Monday through Thursday. We'll be here the same time. So like the page, join us. We're at LIB Future TV on Facebook and YouTube. And just take this journey with us. We are here to talk about the future of Liberia and the Liberia that we all want to see. We know we all love Liberia and we want to see a future, a bright future for Liberia. So I want my co-hosts to join me and just say hello to everyone.
All right. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Please do us a favor. Share the show, please. Share the show in your different chat rooms, in your groups. We are excited to be here with you. This is the maiden voyage, okay, of LIB Future TV. We are setting new standards. We are setting new heights, and we're going to do so in style. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Today, we're going to have not just a great show. We're going to have even what you might call the better of the best shows. All right. So please take this time, share the show. That's what we're going to be doing. Share the show with us. We're going to have on today Mr. Alexander Cummings, okay, political leader of the Alternative National Congress. That is who we got for our maiden show, just to tell you the standard we are setting and the heights we want to go. That's who we were able to book for our maiden show. So please, we're going to have a riveting conversation with him. We're going to ask him all those questions that have not been asked yet. We're going to get to know the man himself, Alexander Cummings. So stick with us, okay? Share the show to your friends in your different chat rooms, in your different groups. Let them come in. Let them enjoy the show with us, and we'll definitely have a good time. I want to introduce to you my co-host that is going to be running Mondays with me, Mr. Sidiki Kroma. How are you doing this evening, sir?
Thank you, Mr. Padmo. Good to be here on the show with Ms. Catherine. I'm doing well, and just as you put it, we're gonna be here, fighting for the soul of our country, Liberia, being able to inform Liberians from all walks of life, regardless of the political affiliation, But today, we are kicking this off with a conversation with Mr. Cummings. And so most of you, Mr. Cummings is the political leader of the Alternative National Congress. So today we're going to be having a conversation with him. So stay tuned. Please share with your friends. Ask your friends to come on. We are also live on Kia Radio in Liberia. So we will ask him the necessary questions. And maybe after a few hours, or maybe after the hour, we'll open the phone line for you two to ask your questions and get a feedback for himself. So we are here and looking forward to a great conversation today. Thank you.
Awesome. Great. So yeah, so basically this is how it's going to go, my people. We're gonna do some housekeeping. All right. We're gonna have a really short local conversation. And then from there, we're going to bring on our guest. We're going to ask him those questions. We're going to have him tell us more about himself and what are his plans for Liberia. Then we're going to open up the phone lines. We're going to let you guys be a part of the show. That's why we're here. We're not here because of us. We're here because of you. So we're going to make you a part of this show. So we're going to open up the phone lines, and we're going to entertain your questions. Whatever question you have to ask Mr. Cummings, you will have the opportunity to do so. Once that is done, then we'll go ahead and finish up with the things we need to finish up. But for now, please share the show, get on there, share this show, and so that we can get things started. Catherine, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing very good. I was watching the ANC, and I think Jefferson, do you have the photograph here? I was watching the ANC, I see for Ramadan, they had gone around to different mosques. They donated a lot of rice, and they donated a lot of money to break the fast. I think they went to a mosque in Monrovia in District 15, District 16, District 17. They all distributed 20 bags of rice and 200,000 Liberian dollars. And when is the end of Ramadan, Saliki?
It's going to be the 18th of March.
Oh, 18th of March. Okay.
Between the 18th to the 19th.
Okay, so they're going around to different mosques in Monrovia, giving out rice, and that was good. I thought that was very good. And then I also saw Mr. Cummings this morning. Jefferson, you have that photograph?
Yes, I do. Let me put it up.
Yeah, I saw Mr. Cummings this morning. He was meeting with some big people.
Oh, wow.
He met with the ambassador to the U.S., and that is Chairman Gould and Attorney Yakula. They were meeting this morning. So Mr. Cummings has been very busy going around, having meetings, discussing the future of Liberia. So maybe we can ask him some of the things that he discussed in his meeting. So yeah, this is a good day to start the show. You all please follow the Facebook page and share the show, and come here every day, Monday through Thursday. We'll be here, and we can't wait to hear your calls. We want you to tell us about the Liberia you want to see.
So Catherine, can I ask you, so what's going to be happening Monday through Thursday?
So usually we will have a reporter to come to give us the latest news in Liberia. I think today there was a story about the LACC clearing the former minister to the fisheries.
Emma Glasgow.
Emma Glasgow, yes. So
Yeah, she was cleared today by LACC.
So
I know. Yeah. So that means, I mean, think about it now. So she was suspended for over 2 years. That means she will be owed some back pay. That's how the law goes.
I think she was one of those positions that you just can't come in and just fire people, right?
Yep, she was a tenure position. She held a tenure position from fisheries, and she was accused of embezzlement and corruption.
And then they tried to get rid of her.
And she was suspended by the president, President Boyka. And the way the law goes is that if you are accused of corruption or any sort of crime and you are suspended without pay. And if you are cleared, you get your back pay as if you were working.
So Liberians have been paying, so they're going to pay 2 different people for the same job.
Yes, the person that replaced her, they have to pay that person, and then they have to pay her not only. And here's the thing about hers, because if she was appointed and she had been suspended, right? They will only pay her up to today. But the fact that she has a tenured position, they have to pay her to the end of her tenure.
Oh, wow.
Yes. They have to pay. That's the only way they can release her. They have to pay her up to the end of her tenure.
See where our money, see where the Liberian money is going.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. You got money. You don't have medicine in the hospitals. Children sitting on the floor in classrooms. And you pay hundreds of thousands of dollars only because you want to bring your own people in to serve positions. You know, it's extremely disturbing. I can't wait to ask Mr. Cummings about this, you know, and see what is his take on this. You know, the whole tenure position. You know, new government come in, they'll wipe everybody out at the expense of the Liberian taxpayer, because this is what is happening.
Right.
You know?
One of the problems with it is that if you have a tenure position, then you want to bring in programs, you want to continue those programs, you want to build off of those programs. And as soon as you switch to someone new and everything stopped, then you have to find a whole new set of programs. And it's just not, that's why they have it as a tenure position. So, you know, maybe they should just give her position back, because she had programs that
would be
brought
the cheapest
in.
thing to do.
Yeah, she had programs that she brought in, and she had things that she was already starting, and then they had to stop. Now they clear her. It's just not a good use of the money in the country.
And she was one of the most successful.
That's what I heard.
People, yeah, she really built up that fisheries.
That's what I heard. She had brought in a lot of new programs, and yeah, that was a shame. So that happened, and then LEC unveils power reform plan. The LEC managing director announced a $1.6 billion power reform plan seeking investors, despite Monrovia facing power outages due to low voltage. So yeah, this is a problem, especially, you know, when I come to Liberia, I have to work and I have to join online, different courts.
Yeah.
I cannot have the power going in and out, and then people complaining, saying, you know, we got to go get gas for the generator. I mean, it's not good for working, or just for, if you say you want factories in the country, you can't have factories and the power is going in and out. So
no, you can't.
That has to change. And so they're saying they're looking for investors.
I don't even understand that part. I don't understand how LEC can look for investors. You know, they don't have the legislative affirmation to look for investors. You know, LEC is supported by the government of Liberia and its customers.
Right.
They don't
have to break it up.
They don't have shares to sell to investors. They don't have any one of those things. I don't understand what it means to say they're looking for investors. You know what I mean, though? That would have to be a legislative act to open LEC into a public company. You know,
right?
It's not. It is it's what you call a state-owned enterprise, SOE. It's owned by the state. It's just ran as a business, but it's owned wholly and solely by the state. So I don't know where it's coming from on that other talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll see how well it goes. But I remember during the rainy season, everybody was praising this particular director. Yes, managing director. He was the new Jesus walking on water. You know, dry season that come. So everybody experiencing a power shedding, load shedding. You know, everybody experiencing that right now. LEC does not stay 24 hours in one place. It has to go. Even if it will go for 3-4 hours, it will go.
Right.
You know, and when you know, now he's hiding. Before you were on every radio station, you know, giving interview. Now since LEC going now, he hiding now, he can't come out.
No.
You know, I don't know what kind of leadership that is, but you know, that's what we are.
If you want a future Liberians that have companies, you say you want companies to come to the country, you have to have electricity for them to make a profit, or else they will go somewhere else. That's the bottom line. So if you want factories, if you want jobs in the country, you have to figure this LEC problem out, because, you know, most of the world has constant electricity where they can rely on in order to work, in order to move their machinery, in order to power their, you know, their equipment. And so, you know, that's why we are here, LIB Future TV. We want to talk about the future of Liberia. And so most of the electricity, how it works is you have a public-private connection. So where you have shareholders, people who invest in the companies in order to get a profit. And that's why you have constant electricity, because the shareholders will say, we want a profit. You have to keep the electricity going. But if you just have it as a public company, they can lose money. They don't really care. You know, no shareholders are going to hold them responsible. So you do need a public-private connection in order to have constant electricity. And that's something that, you know, we should ask Mr. Cummings what his ideas are. But I know he talked about having alternate electricity sources as well, like, you know, solar power, and having alternate ways in order to generate electricity. So that was another thing that came up in the news. And then the last thing was the ombudsman to report code of conduct violations. The Office of the Ombudsman will submit a report to the Liberian Senate detailing alleged violations of the National Code of Conduct by government officials holding party positions, citing corruption and unethical behavior concerns. What's new? Michael, you're muted. What's new? Michael, you're muted.
They have done absolutely nothing. It's as if the office of the ombudsman does not even exist. They have taxpayers' money, they're getting paid, they have an office space, they are driving government vehicles. It's just nothing they're doing. They ignore all of the violations. They're so afraid to talk. You know, like cat got their tongue, like as my mom used to say when I was much younger. All right. But hey, you know what? It's 1:20 on my side. That means that it's 7:20 in Liberia. We've been on for 20 minutes. Jefferson, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Mr. Cummings has joined us.
Yes.
All right. Can you bring our guest on, please? And then can you please move him to the top, please, there? Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Cummings. Good evening, Alexander B. Cummings. How are you this evening, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. Good afternoon to you in the U.S. and good evening to Siliki in Kigali. And Jefferson, good evening to you as well.
Good evening, sir.
Hey, man, I bring his shirt in, yo. You see?
Good.
Welcome,
all right.
Mr. Cummings. Thank you for joining our first show.
Oh wow, I'm honored. indeed honored to be your first guest, and hopefully my presence brings you success.
Yes, already has. So thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Good to see all of you. So, Michael, am I calling you Ansu or Michael?
Call me Ansu. Call me Ansu, please. Call me Ansu. Yes,
And
yes.
Saliki, what's happening in Kigali?
Oh, Kigali is wonderful, Mr. Cummings. All good here.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Good
Excellent.
to be welcome on the
And
show.
Catherine, good to see you as well.
You too, Mr. Cummings. Thanks again
Oh,
for joining.
I hope
I know you were with very important people, so we're honored that you could come after you had your visit this morning at the embassy, talking about very important things. You know, we're going to
Yeah, no,
ask.
it was a very good conversation with the charge. Talked about Liberia, some of the opportunities and challenges. So it was a very good, wide-ranging discussion, and it went very well. Yeah, it was good to have that conversation.
Well, good. Well, Saliki and Michael have Ansu have a lot of questions for you, and I have some questions too. But who's going to start with Mr. Cummings?
Well, I'll go ahead and get the ball rolling. I will go ahead and get the ball rolling here, and then I'll bring Sidiki in, and then Catherine. I know you have a question or two, so I'll let you do that, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay.
So Cummings, I've heard that you grew up in Point Four. The war took me to Point Four. I just tell us a little bit about growing up in Point Four. What was like? You went to demonstration school, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. What was it like, man? What was it like growing up in Point Four?
Yeah, look, Point Four has always been, and as you know, still is a challenging neighborhood. But at the time, we didn't think about it that way. We were growing up there, playing football, had a lot of friends. I would say it was a very typical Liberian upbringing. I always say, Michael, that I've been blessed. My parents, when I think about my upbringing, I think what's relevant is one, that it was very typical Liberian upbringing, all the things that young people did at the time, but also the values I got from those environments, both Point Four and when we moved to Fiamma in Sinco. The value of good friendship, being loyal and close to your friends. I was fortunate to have good parents who taught me the value of hard work. My mother used to always say, hard work don't kill anybody. The value of, the need to hustle, to work hard, to get ahead. Sometimes you gotta be smart. Demonstration school, in government school, but it was a good school, by the way. I did well in elementary, and then went to CAV High School. So very typical, classic, I think, Liberian upbringing.
Okay. And then you went to Cottington, and then you were able to leave. Tell us a little bit about that. What's the transition to that? How did you get from Cottington to leave, and then just leaving? Leaving. I mean, I know when I left Liberia, what my hopes and dreams, and what I was hoping to do. Talk to her a little bit about a young man leaving Liberia. I'm guessing for the first time. What was that for you?
Yeah. So first of all, I went to Illinois, and I would talk about the most serious part of it. But the first shock was the winter, right? Coming from Liberia into the Chicago area, the Illinois winter. I remember I didn't have gloves. My fingers were freezing and that sort of stuff. But I had an opportunity to get a scholarship, a partial scholarship, to go to undergraduate school. I started at Cottington, and then I finished in Illinois. After undergraduate school, I actually came back, Michael. So my aspiration was always to come back home. Okay. And I came back, I was working at LBDI. I wanted to get some work experience. before going back to graduate school. So the plan was always to get an MBA. Went to get the MBA. Again, the plan was always to come back home to Liberia. But then as I was trying to get some experience, before coming back, the war broke out and it was just not conducive to come back at the time. So I ended up staying in the US for an extended period of time. But I always, when I came back, Liberia was always home. It's always where they say neighbor's string is buried. So I've always had this passion for our country, for our people. And I came back, worked for LBDI, as I said, and went to graduate school. And then started my professional career, and I ended up being somewhat kind of stuck in the US for an extended period. But, it was a blessing because I got a lot of good experiences, Michael. I saw how good processes work, how good systems work. I saw other Liberians thrive in that environment. And it just said to me, we can thrive anywhere. It wasn't just me. I mean, it's people like yourself and others, right? Saliki is in Rwanda. He's doing well. I mean, in a more structured environment. So why can't we do that here, right? So it was all of those kind of learnings and blessings, if you will, from those experiences.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'll ask you one more, and then I'll pass it on to Saliki here. We've all getting to know you. We've all known that Mr. Comey, he's never the loudest person in the room. Okay. And there's been a lot of adjustments. So I'm guessing that the decision to enter politics and run for the highest office in the land was not an easy one. How did you come to that, knowing that all of the things that were going to come at you?
Yeah, so it wasn't, what they call an aha moment. It wasn't just at a point in time I said, I'm going to get up and go be president, Ansu. So when I thought about where I was in life, this was like 15 years ago, because I entered politics 2016, 2015, 2016, so 10 years. But a few years prior to that, as I started to think about my life's journey, my life's accomplishment, the experiences I had, I said to myself, boy, Alex, you've been incredibly blessed in life. And Michael, Catherine, Jefferson, Saliki, I gave most of my success to being blessed. And I think that's true for most of us successful people, but not all of us acknowledge that or realize that, right? And I said, I don't think God blessed me with all the experiences, right? First of all, my parents, the values they taught me, the environment, the friends I had. I mean, I still have lifelong friends that I've known my whole life. The experiences living in the US, living in Nigeria, living in Kenya, living in South Africa, living in the UK. God wanted me to do something with this experience to help the country of my birth, to go back and help Liberia. And I felt then and now this intense obligation to help the country. And then I thought about, what role? So I can do philanthropy, and I've done a lot of that. And you can affect the lives of thousands of people, and we've done that. But if you want to impact all 5 million people in our country, what role would allow you to do that? And I concluded the presidency was the job that would give me the opportunity to serve our country, to serve our people, and impact every citizen. So Michael and Catherine, Saliki, I don't think about that job. The job is not my ambition. The ambition is to help change Liberia. And the job is a means to an end. The job allows you, it gives you the authority, the responsibility, control of the resources to effect change in Liberia, effect change in our country. And so when people say, oh, Mr. Cummings, the ambition is not for the job. Part of my blessing is that everything in the presidency, right, the trappings, I call it, whether it's the cars or flying on private planes, whatever it is, I've done those things, or I can afford to do it. So that's not, but using the job to change the lives of our people and bring all of these experiences I've been blessed to have had. The last budget I managed was over $1 billion that directly managed thousands of people around the world, complex systems, right? You got to identify good people, whether you're in business or you're in government, the right team, right? You got to set goals. You got to hold people accountable. You got to reward people. You got to motivate people. You got to deliver results for your voters. You got to deliver results for your consumers if you're in business. There are a lot of parallels. So having all of these experiences, having been incredibly blessed, I felt I need to find a way to help this country that we all love so much. And the job that allows you to do that is the presidency. And so it was a series of conversations, thinking, reflection, prayers that drew me to that point. Now, your point is I'm an introvert, right? That's the wrong personality to have in politics, right? And so I've had to force myself to do things differently. It's still a bit of a struggle. You know, I always compare myself to my wife, Teresa. Teresa is the extrovert, and that's the yin and the yang. Maybe that's why we've been married for over 40 years, right? So Teresa, she remembers names and faces, and she's very social and that sort of stuff. It's very natural for her. For me, it's work. And you have to do some of that in the corporate world, by the way, but not to the degree you have to do that in politics. And so people, because I'm reserved, I'm a bit shy. This older man is stuck up, he's not friendly, he's an elitist. But of course, when people get to know me, they know none of these things are true, right? So, but I got work to do in that area. I still gotta, I gotta accept the fact that I still gotta work to be a bit more open and force myself to be more of a politician than my natural self.
Okay, I'll pass it on to Siliki. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you. And again, Mr. Cummings, welcome to our first edition of the LIB Future TV. Just quick, from a youth perspective, Mr. Cummings, how did a man from Brentford, rise up to such a top leadership in corporate America? First of all, let's start off from this. For most successful people just see you being successful, but they don't know the challenge that comes with being successful, being a successful president. So what is one thing that you can share today with young Liberians like Siliki and hundreds of people that will come later to watch this interview that hit you hard at some point you feel like giving up, but you had to keep the focus to get the kind of success you get today for yourself? What is that one thing you can share?
So I think, Saliki, I will share more than one thing in terms of when I think about my journey and where I've ended up, the success I've had. As I mentioned first, I've been blessed, very blessed in life. Providence, contributed a lot to where I found myself. But hard work and discipline. I'm a very disciplined person. As I said, from a very young age, my mother used to say to us, there were 4 of us, Howard, don't kill anybody. And she used to make us work and study and do work around the house, etc., etc. So hard work. Persistence, not giving up. You will get disappointments in life. Things are not always going to go your way. But if you are determined, and I'm a very determined person, you focus, you have a goal, you got to stick with it. You will get knocked down, you will go sideways, but I encourage young people to not give up, to stick with it. This idea of people always having a plan B, right? I like, if you're going into something, starting a business or you're starting a new job, and before you even start the work, you start already planning, if I fail, I will go to X, Y, D, you're going to fail, right? You got to get into situations. You may not succeed, but you have to be determined. You got to focus on succeeding. And if it doesn't happen, you deal with it at that point in time. But you don't plan for failure. And I find a lot of young people do that. I was also blessed. I don't know how I came about this, Saliki, but I'm very comfortable with myself, meaning I know what I know what I don't know. And so I'm not insecure. If you're smarter than me in some way, I want you to come for us to work together. I'm not intimidated by people who are smarter than I am, right? I learned early on that you have to build teams, that no one person knows it all, no one person can do it all. And so very early in my career, I learned that if as the leader, when I started to manage people, if I don't get good people, support them, encourage them, challenge them, hold them accountable, I will not be successful. And when you're not successful, they won't blame the team member. They will blame you as a leader. Just like when you're successful, you will get the credit. So why not get good people around you, be go with yourself, let them take the credit. That's okay. In the end, people remember the leader and not necessarily the team members, right? So hard work, persistence, determination, being knocked down and getting up again, being focused, were all attributes I think that contributed to where I found myself. Treating people with respect, with dignity, right? Even when we had to get rid of people sometimes, we had to fire people because they weren't performing, but it's the way you do it. People can leave a job and save face, and they can move on with their lives, etc. Right? So respecting everybody, all of those values contributed to the blessings from the God Almighty.
Thank you, Mr. Cummings. My second question, personally for you, Mr. Cummings, what is your position about we Liberians trying to dash?
I don't know if it's my internet or yours, Saliki.
Oh,
I can hear you now.
okay. Am I good now?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're good. You're good.
Okay, good. Thank you. So what is your position on this stuff of trying to kill people aspiration? Let's leave it, Mr. Cummings politician, right? But I see most Liberians living maybe in other part of the, maybe the diaspora coming back to Liberia, expressing aspiration, especially when you have friends with Jefferson, for example, and Jefferson is aspiring to be representative of District 5, and Siliki too want to be representative of District 5. So it is often said that you can't compete with Jefferson because you guys are friends. So what is your position on that? That because of your friendship with people, so you can aspire for more, and basically competing.
Yeah, I think unfortunately, not all of our people, but many of our people, what I call the punished ambition, right? When we should be encouraging people to be ambitious, we should be encouraging competition and fair play, right? And I'm one person who not afraid to compete, encourage people to be ambitious for themselves, for their families, for the country. But if you're going to be ambitious, particularly for public office, Saliki, it's got to be because you want to help to serve your people. It can't be because you're ambitious for public office because you want to make money off the backs of the country, of your people. Going into government is public service. You're going to be a servant leader. Your ambition should be to change and improve the lives of the communities or the district or the county or whoever you serve. That should be the ambition if you're going to go into public service. If you go into business, you go into business to make money. So the ambition then is to make money. So two different things, right? So, but we should not discourage people to be ambitious. We should try to understand the intent. So if Jefferson wants to compete, is ambitious just because he wants to get in the legislature to make the same money the Americans pay the senators or representatives, then we should punish that kind of ambition, because that's not the role of a legislature. It's to serve the people. You are a servant leader. It's to enable the environment for them to be successful. And yes, you get paid in the process, but you are not the ultimate beneficiary of that, right? Whereas if you go into business, so it depends on what the ambition is about, but we should never discourage people's ambition to want to succeed and or to want to help their fellow Liberians or their fellow men.
Thank you. I give about Mr.
Okay, Catherine, you want to ask a question?
Yes. Mr. Cummings, I tend to like the fact that you're an introvert, in that I know that if you were to become president, you would actually be in the office working. You wouldn't be making music. You wouldn't be, going to cut ribbons at this place and that place, but you will actually be working to change the system. And that's what I think Liberia needs, someone who's a hard worker, who's going to be working in the office and who's going to get the country moving in the right direction. I have students in Arlington Public School. I know students all through Liberia. They work hard. A lot of graduates from LU, they've taken tests, they've studied by candlelight, they've passed, they've graduated, and there's nothing there. There's no jobs for them. And that is a shame. It's a shame because they've worked so hard, they've earned their degrees, they're ready to go, and there's nothing there, And so my question to you is, what are you going to do to bring jobs to the country so people can have dignity, they can earn a living, they can get a home for themselves, get their own car, not have to ask people, ask family, ask representatives? I heard a representative complaining about this, that people keep asking and asking. They don't have a choice. If they did, they wouldn't ask. So
Correct.
My question is, what kind of jobs can people look forward to in a Cummings government?
Correct. So first thing, Catherine, I would say that working hard and playing hard are not mutually exclusive. You can do both, right? So I appreciate your comment about wanting, a president who's going to work hard, and I will work hard. I've worked hard all my life. But there's a role for the ribbon cutting, for the symbolism, right? And I've always had this mantra, although I haven't lived it fully, but you work hard, play hard, right? Too many people play hard and work little. So you're gonna play hard, you should work hard, you should do both, right? So they're not mutually exclusive. But in terms of creating jobs, there are a host of things we need to do and can do to create jobs for our people. First of all, we have to recognize that the government is not the ultimate job creator. Our people need to understand that, and people in government need to understand that the government is to create an environment for the private sector to create jobs. And I'll talk about how we can do that. So, but that understanding is very important, because when you think about it, if the government is fully staffed, maybe they will hire 70,000 people, and that's too many, by the way. That's too big a government. But somewhere in that range, 60,000 to 70,000 people. The reality is we need to find about 2 million jobs. So government will never be able to employ all the people that need jobs. So people going to government got to understand that that's not your role. That your role is to create an environment for the private sector to create jobs. So how do you create this environment for the private sector to create jobs, Catherine? In no particular order, you gotta make sure your judiciary is working, the courts, so that people buying land, buying property, if they have business disputes, that is being adjudicated in a fair way, nobody calling the judge. You know them and say, Catherine, I'm a cousin there, even though she not, cheat her partner, but judge in her favor. So you gotta fix your judiciary. You gotta make business registration easy. The last time I checked, for over a year, the business registry, the website was down. You cannot encourage business if those basic things don't work. We gotta make sure for now, we put everything we consume. We gotta make sure getting things into and out of the country through the ports, we gotta make it easy. We gotta get rid of the corruption in the country. You want to start a business, you want to get something approved, everybody, the hands they're stopping you, you can't get stuff done. So you gotta fix the corruption. You gotta make the ease of doing business. We gotta review all our regulatory environment, our taxation, make it easy for the private sector. Then we gotta invest in Liberian businesses. We gotta provide credit, all the way from microcredit, from market women, Ghana boys, etc., all the way to middle-sized and big-sized Liberian business. Provide funding, credit, financing for them loans, for them to invest and grow their businesses. We need to invest in agriculture. Agriculture is a great job creator. The budget this year that it passed, the allocation of agriculture actually went down. 2025 was 15 billion, which was too low. This year was 13. The average should be something like investment like 10-20% of your budget should be into agriculture, right? And yet, agriculture is the first A in the arrest agenda. But the investments, but agriculture is a great job, and not just farming. We should be investing in processing, right? Tourism is another job creator. We should be investing because, again, we have a lot of low-skilled people. Tourism, teaching people to offer service. You can create a lot of jobs quickly and low-skilled jobs, which is what the country needs, right? Housing is another investment area. Develop a mortgage bank where people can build housing. You encourage the housing industry, you're going to create jobs, right? So these are all examples of the things we need to do to create jobs in our country. Fix the environment, business environment, judicial environment, reduce the stealing, make it easier to import and export, provide loans, financing, and then invest in these sectors that are actually job-creating sectors. And that's how you begin to grow the economy and create jobs for our people.
Very good. Very
awesome.
good. Yeah.
So since we're talking about
the other thing I would add to Catherine is the use of technology, right? The entire processes of government should be online. We should get rid of paperwork. Look, I was traveling to Dubai recently.
We're glad you're not there now.
Yeah, exactly. No, well said. Because I was telling 2 weeks ago, I'm glad I'm not stuck there. But the point is, I applied for my visa online, and I got it in less than 24 hours on my phone. I got my visa. Right. I mean, it's amazing, right? So if we want to encourage businesses to come to Liberia, we should make it easier to get visas. You do it online. It should not be all this paperwork or you got to fly to Washington or whatever else. You just got to apply online, pay the fee online. You get it. Just a simple example, right?
Right.
But the use of technology can really help us leapfrog.
Right.
Right. Can move our country, move the economy forward, and actually will help with the stealing too.
Yeah. And we were just talking about electricity, internet, all of these things go together.
Yep. All of that go together. I heard you guys talking about that. Look, with all electricity, studying your lesson, whether any profession, you're a tailor, you're a bar, you need electricity. It's so fundamental. You're not going to be able to manufacture anything in Liberia that is competitive at the cost of electricity, right? So you gotta have electricity at an affordable cost, right? Because if you gotta do your own generator, your own water, etc., manufacturing will not make sense in the context of our country. So those things are fundamental infrastructure, right? And that's another opportunity to invest, and that would also create jobs. When you think about running water, right? Many of the diseases that kill our people are waterborne diseases.
Yes.
Diarrhea, typhoid, right? Even mosquitoes, right? You got water, settling and sanitation, all that kind of stuff, generate mosquitoes, you get malaria. You know what kills most Liberians, 80% of Liberians? These are facts, by the way. In no particular order: malaria, typhoid, diarrhea, hypertension, childbirth. There's another one. There's 6 things. 80% of the deaths in this country are caused by one of those things, right? So if we invest in just what they call primary health care, you begin to affect the health of most of the Liberian people. Yes, we got to invest in JFK or Jackson Health to the referral hospitals, but you need the clinics around the country fully staffed with nurses and midwives, with the necessary drugs to treat all of these diseases, right? And 80% of what kills Liberians you will solve by just focusing on primary health care. Primary health care. If you're not paying your healthcare workers a living wage, Catherine, Siliki, also they're going to sell the drugs even though this should be free, because they got to support their family. It's human nature, by the way. If you're not paying the policeman a living wage, he's going to pull you aside. If you're not paying the teachers a living wage, they will take money for grades, right? Those are some fundamental things when we come to talk about corruption that you got to do to get rid of corruption, right? I mean, you can't be paying one group of people in a legislature the same as the Americans pay their legislator, the biggest country in the world, right? And you're paying your teachers, your healthcare workers, your police, your military. I mean, that is almost inhuman. I mean, it's almost.
Yeah.
I don't know how politicians sleep at night, right? When you have that disparity that you can't control. It's not under your control to 50 million plus United States dollars for 103 people, 30 senators, 70 representatives. You know, the NSA budget going up by over 50%.
Right.
What's the national security threat? Why is that money not going to agriculture or into a national youth service program, right? Or to providing loans, subsidized loans for Liberian businesses, market women, et cetera, Why is the procurement for most of our goods and services? Because the government is the biggest procurer, vehicles and all these other things they buy, furniture, et cetera. Liberians should be doing that. Because importing.
Why do they have so many foreign stores? I don't understand. When I come to Liberia, all the stores are foreigners running the stores.
Yeah, because we're not encouraging our people. We're not creating an environment. They don't have the financing or the loans to do it because it's all about credit. You need financing, right? So if you're going to buy furniture for the government, we should advance the money because you got to pay it anyway. So we have given it to you. 80% of it or whatever you buy, so you bring it out, we'll pay you the rest. Right? We need to enable our people. We need to encourage, support them, and be unapologetic about that. There are some rules on the books that we don't enforce about certain categories that only Liberians should be participating in, for example, right? We need to enforce those rules, right? So that Liberians can benefit from their own country. So yeah, it's just so there's so much we can do, right, to begin to change the environment right away. The way we should think about it is that our philosophy, my philosophy, going into leadership in our country, going to serve our people, is that our policies need to affect the lives of the ordinary Liberian, of the common Liberian, right? That's the measure of success. Because if you look at the life of a teacher, a civil servant, again, a healthcare worker, a policeman, their lives have not changed over the last 8-10 years. They still struggle to feed themselves 3 meals a day, pay their rent, children's school fee. That's what our economic policy should be geared towards. How do we help that ordinary, that common Liberian see an improvement in their lifestyle, some relief, right? And these are facts, right? I think it's called the Global Human Development Index or something. 2 out of 5 Liberians go to bed hungry, right? I mean, in 2026, right, we are, I think, 123rd country, poorest country in the world out of 190 or something. So we're among the poorest countries in the world. We're the oldest country in Africa. I often say we got all of these natural resources, but yet we're so poor, right? We're rich in natural resources, but somehow our people are poor. So we got to just be more demanding of ourselves. And I remind Liberians that everybody in government gets paid. So they're not doing us a favor. The president gets paid, the vice president, the minister, deputy assistant, all the agency heads, all the state-owned enterprises, people, the legislators. So when we're holding them accountable, when we're demanding that they do better, they're not doing us a favor. We have a right to that because they're not doing it for free. It's their job, right? And we just got to push each other. Right? And so I make no apologies about any criticism I have or any demands. We got to raise our expectations. We got to push each other, right? We're in this race to the bottom. Everybody pulling each other down. I have no interest in that. I'm happy if Joe is successful, President Boycott. If it makes it more difficult for us to defeat him, that's good for the country. We should be pushing each other, challenging each other to be better, to do better, be more competitive. Because in that process, the country is getting better. And that's what we all want. as opposed to, being happy when somebody fails. I have no interest in seeing anybody as an individual or any government not be successful. That is not my interest. If it makes it harder for me to get a job, that's good. Let me work harder, let me be smarter. And we all need to have that attitude, because that's how the country will move forward. That's how we'll push each other, right? To do better, to move Liberia forward, as opposed to wishing that, oh, this person don't do well, they fail, etc., etc. I have no interest in that. That would not move this country forward. And, Sadiki's question about my success is I take joy in other people's success. I'm happy for other people when it's successful. I push them, I encourage them, and I hope they do the same for me, right? And, a certain karma follows you when you have the right attitude, when you think about people and situations in a positive way, right? When you see the glass as half full as opposed to half empty, you think differently about opportunities and challenges than people who are, oh, woe is me, people who play the victim, right? There's a whole different dynamic that follows you in your life.
Okay. Mr. Cummings, I'm going to ask you a question, and feel free to answer yes or no, okay? Is Alexander Cummings prepared and equipped?
Hello?
Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay there?
His internet is stuck.
I think his internet is...
Okay, can you hear me
okay?
Okay,
you're breaking up. You're breaking up, Michael.
Okay, I said feel free to answer this question
I think
with a
you're
yes and no. Can you hear me okay now? Okay, great. We can hear you fine. And like I said, feel free to answer this question with a yes and no. Yes or no, if you want.
Mr. Cummings, can I hear you?
You can still cannot hear me?
No, his internet is going back and forth.
Okay.
I can hear you, Catherine.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Because I talk too loud.
Well, Catherine, why don't you ask
Michael, I can't hear you.
I
can hear Catherine when she speaks.
Okay.
Saliki, speak. Let me see if I hear you.
Yeah, you getting me, Mr. Cummings?
I can't hear Saliki either.
All right. What's the question, Michael?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Catherine.
What's the question, Michael?
Just ask a question from you, and I will go back out and come back in. Okay.
So, Mr. Cummings, you already answered my question about healthcare, because I was going to ask that question. You already answered that one, but this is a question that I have. I know all the Liberian people want to know. What are your favorite dishes, Mr. Cummings?
So I think fufu and soup, right, would be high on my list. I'm from Maryland. My family is from Maryland anyway, so palm butter is kind of high on the list. Potato greens.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of almost in that order: fufu and soup, palm butter, potato greens. But I like all Liberian foods, frankly, right? So flour sauce and rice, cassava leaf, right? So those are all amongst my favorite Liberian food. I like dry rice. Everybody feels like dry rice a little differently.
Right.
I like dry rice and fried fish, right? Good combination for me. Sometimes for breakfast, I like ball planting and smoked fish gravy, or cassava and gravy for breakfast. I've got a good friend who
liver gravy.
Liver gravy as well.
Okay,
I love liver actually. I have a friend who bakes very well, so she does good shortbread, cornbread, and rice bread. So I also enjoy those for breakfast. Sometimes either one of those, cornbread, rice bread. Or Teresa, my wife, makes very good rice bread. So yeah, I eat Liberian food every day.
That's the reason why you came back.
I eat rice almost every day.
Mr. Cummings, can you hear me?
And every Saturday, almost every Saturday, I eat fufu and soup.
That's the real reason why you came back, Mr. Cummings.
Exactly.
Can you hear Michael now?
Michael, can I hear you now? Speak.
Can you hear me okay?
I still can't hear Michael.
I
don't know why I can hear you and not him.
You still can hear me?
Can you hear him, Catherine?
I can hear Saliki and Michael.
Oh, wow.
I can hear both of them. But I have a question about children and women. I hear, you know, a lot of these cases about child molestation, child sodomy, child abuse, you know, women being raped. And I know that you have done work. I read that you have sponsored anti-rape and gender-based violence training in the past, and that you have provided beds to rape victims at a clinic, Women's Aid Inc. So I know that you've done work in this area before, but what about in a Cummings administration? How do you plan on approaching or dealing with this problem with gender-based violence and child abuse that we are hearing about in the country, that it breaks our heart when we hear those stories?
Yeah, you know, we got to tackle it, Catherine, on multiple levels. First, we got to do all of this. So this is not any particular order necessarily, because we have to do it all. But at a societal level, we have to have an intolerance for any of these men, and it's 99.9% men who perpetuate these things on women. Any man who exhibits those kinds of behavior, we should ostracize them. We should not be associated with them. We should not let them societally. We should shun them, right? We should not make excuses for them. If in families, you know, if a family member is a child molester, that person should be called off. So societally, we should be intolerant of that kind of behavior. Then, from a government, a legal perspective, we should punish. That there has to be consequences for people who, you know, perpetuate those behaviors on people, right? So that means, again, we got to fix the judiciary to equip it to deal with that. We got to make sure that the women and children who are affected are not re-victimized by the processes we put them through to get to the people who, you know, commit these acts, right? So we got to tackle it on multiple levels. We got to be intolerant of it. Again, people who do those things gotta go to jail. There gotta be consequences. The judicial systems gotta be prepared to handle that. And we don't want to re-victimize people in that process. But really, societally, the church, the mosque, you can't take the worst person and make them Father of the Year, right? Because they give money to the church, right? Yeah. Those sort of societal behaviors, we got to change, right? The tolerance of people that steal, you know, there's this thing, I think it started in New York, where, I forgot what it called it, Catherine, the broken window syndrome.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's my city.
Throw a pepper and break the window, you kind of let it go. Mm-hmm. And it leads to bigger crime, right?
Right.
So we should be intolerant of small crimes, big crimes, right? So those behaviors as a society, right? It should not be acceptable in our families, in our villages, in our communities, in our churches, in our mosques. We should shun people that behave that way. And then, of course, the legal, the governmental piece has to play a role where there are consequences, where people go to jail when they victimize others.
Okay. Saliki,
all right, let's try this again. Can you hear me now, Mr. Cummings? If he can, then he might have to go out. He might have to go out and come back.
You can hear me, Mr. Cummings?
I really don't know what's going on. It must be on my side.
Can you actually to just go back out and come back in?
And I don't know why.
Mr. Cummings, they want to know if you can go back out and come back in, because I can hear that.
Okay, let me do that.
So let's do that. For our listeners out here, thanks for following us. This is the maiden voyage of LIB Future TV, and we are in a collabo right now with Kia Radio, and we are bringing you this live interview with Alexander Benedict Cummings, the political leader of the Alternative National Congress. We're just going to straighten out a little bit of technical difficulties to make sure that we're all on the same page. So please stick with us through this. In the next 10 minutes, we will be going to the phone lines. So Jeff, get ready for us there. in the next 10 minutes, we'll be going to the phone lines and see if we can get you guys in on this interview so you can ask your dire questions to Mr. Cummings, what you've always wanted to know about him, about his vision for Liberia. So yes, stay tuned. And please watch the backstage. Mr. Cummings will be coming on, and once he comes on, you can definitely add him back to our platform, and we can pick up from there. So thank you guys for joining us. It's been a very interesting interview. Time tends to fly a lot when you're having these interactions. But Siliki, what do you think so far?
Yeah, great interview so far. I thought we get Mr. Cummings back.
Okay. Can you hear us now?
Are you getting us now, Mr. Cummings?
Mr. Cummings, can you hear Siliki talking to you?
No, we are not getting that right now.
Can you hear? Hello?
No, I don't think he can hear you.
No.
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and take him backstage? Yeah. And let's see if we can straighten that out a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a great interview so far, especially with the question Ms. Catherine asked about how he's going to create job, and he was able to lay out. But one of my observation is that Mr. Cummings is always consistent when it comes to how he wants to create jobs for Liberians. The same message, if you look back, there's a short video, I think about 15 to 10 minutes video, where he spoke about the 5 watts and how he's going to do these things. So it's the same explanation he gave, talk about technology, investing in agriculture, education, and so for infrastructure and etc. So it's always consistent about his message. So if you see somebody like that, then they know what they can do. So you put that kind of man in power, you give him an opportunity, trust me, from day one, he can start off his work because he already got it playing on. And one of the takeaway too is the fact that he talked about he's not intimidated about smart people. Like he know what he know and he know what he does. So like if you are, for example, a software engineer, or maybe you're a lawyer and you are needed on his team, he's not intimidated or threatened by your strength. He will call you on to work together, to make a better team. And that's what I think our country at this current time, that these are kind of leaders that we need to push us forward.
Jefferson, is he back?
He's coming. He just got back. Yeah,
Okay.
he's coming.
Awesome.
Now, if my internet, if I try to do a case with that internet, they beat me in court.
So I changed my location. I don't know if this will help.
Well, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Awesome. Oh, great. Okay, so I have a question because we went into the economics of things, and we started talking about the economy and budgets. And so I wanted to ask you a question.
You can't hear.
You can't hear?
It's gone.
Oh wow. Okay, let's see what happens. Here. As you guys know, we're dealing with Liberia. The Cummings is in Liberia, and you know how the internet can be sporadic sometimes. So please bear with us as we try to get him back on here. We'll wait for Jefferson to give us a signal once that is done.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, you are watching LIB Future TV. These are your hosts, Michael Padmore, Siliki Kroma, and Catherine Gibson. We are glad and privileged that you have joined us this evening to he's not there yet. Okay.
Yeah.
To join us this evening in this riveting interview with Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings, one of the most successful Liberians out there. And as you heard his story, he was born in Point 4, had a normal childhood. Every one of us went to government, studied hard, worked hard, was persistent in what he wanted to do, and was able to be successful. That's been a driving force for. I will tell you straight out. I've looked up Mr. Cummings since the day I met him. Yeah, and there's something I learned early on in life. If you want to be successful, surround yourself with successful people. You know, and don't if you believe you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You need to
Mr.
get
Cummings,
out
can
that
you
room.
hear us? Can you hear us? Mm, mm.
Hello.
Can you
Catherine,
hear
can
us?
you hear me?
I can hear
Yes.
you.
I can hear you, but yeah, I can't hear the other guys. I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh wow! So you still can't hear
It's
me?
beginning to feel like a conspirate.
It is because I'm the only one that's supposed to ask questions today. That's what's supposed to happen.
We are getting him actually, but I don't know why. Are you
Let me
getting?
Let me try using another device.
Okay. He's
Okay.
gonna try to call in, Michael, but
Okay.
I did like Mr. Cummings' answer on healthcare.
Yeah.
Because I a lot of people leave Liberia to go find healthcare, and for
Yeah.
people who can't leave, they don't have that option.
No, they're
So
stuck.
at least they can have a local clinic to go get treated, to go get medicine. And I think that's a very good idea for people. That's definitely needed.
Okay. Yes, definitely. I believe so too. You know,
Let me try to log on.
You know, just for what when I've since I've tried to give back to my country, I can't tell you the amount of instances where we've lost people because of preventable diseases, of preventable situations. Just the easiest, the simplest of things that could be done to save people's life, and it's not done, and people lose their life. And you get one shot at this life. There's no reset button. If somebody's gone, they're gone, and it doesn't matter whether they're fathers, whether they're mothers, whether they're children. The condition in our country needs to change. People cannot continue to lose their life over preventable diseases just because, our leaders have not done what they are supposed to do.
Right.
Things done. It's totally inexcusable that continues to happen in our country. Wow. Just when we're about to go to the phone lines here, we're having these difficulties. I'm not sure.
Let's see, Jefferson. Let's see if Mr. Cummings can hear you.
Mr. Cummings, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can't hear Jefferson either.
You can't
I can
hear
only
him.
hear you. I can only hear you.
What is going on?
It's like
I'm not sure what is going on.
There's a conspiracy here.
I don't have the phone line, or else I would take calls.
Can you ask Mr. Cummings if he can mute his computer?
Is there a number I can call?
Just
Jefferson,
keep the video on.
Can he call the WhatsApp number?
Yes, I can do that. So, Mr. Cummings, I can do that.
Just speak. Don't have to have the visual.
Yes.
Can I put
tell him to mute his computer.
Can I put you on the line here?
Yes.
Okay, Siliki, you can do that from there.
Siliki's gonna call you, Mr. Cummings.
All right.
Tell him Catherine, he shouldn't cut his computer, or you should just mute his computer.
Okay, I think. Yeah. Okay, good.
You see, there's a feedback, so you got to mute it.
Okay, so Mr. Cummings, you'll have to mute your computer.
Let me see if I can mute him. Okay.
I muted. Okay, good.
Perfect. All right. So can you hear all of us now?
Yeah, I can hear you, Michael. I can hear Siliki.
Okay. You're a little bit distant. Siliki, can you move it a little bit? Can you move it closer to the device, just so we can hear a little bit closer?
Okay.
Oh, you gotta hold it up. Just okay. Perfect. You're fine. You're fine, Mr. Cummings. You're fine. So I had a question, and for me, you are more than free to answer with a yes or no if you feel that's the most appropriate thing. Okay. But I wanted to know, is Alexander Cummings prepared and equipped to put Liberia on a trajectory to success, to solve the problems of Liberia? Is Alexander Cummings prepared and equipped to do so?
Absolutely. The answer is yes, emphatically yes.
Okay.
We are
Thank you
prepared
very
to do
much.
so. We know how to do so. We know how to build a team of Liberians to do so. We know how to reach out to the international contacts, the help we need externally. We understand how to manage our resources, to make the choices, to make the right allocations. Yes, we are prepared to put Liberia in a whole different trajectory to success.
Awesome. Okay. We had so many other questions to ask of you. We did, but we really want to bring our audience in and see if we can get some questions on the line. Okay. Jefferson, can you please announce the local number?
Okay, so if you're out there and you follow the conversation, well, you can put your calls through to 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0881 871 0881 871 plus 231 777 959 959. This person on the line right here. Good evening.
Good evening, how you doing?
Yes, your name and where you call from?
My name is Peter Efe. I call for station number 3, Mercy Farm, Mushuaru, to be precise.
Let's hear you.
Good evening, Kumi, how you doing, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, Kumi, I want to just appreciate you of appearing tonight. I listened to your sound English you spoke, but I just want to tell you boldly, you are not prepared for Liberia. Liberia is not prepared for you. I can give you 4 or 5 different instances.
Okay, go ahead.
In your entire endeavor, except where you want to be president, Liberia has not felt your impact. Despite you continue to claim as national and internationally being equipped, Liberia has not looked at the school you open. Your school is not for poor men. How do we know? You work with LCCBC today. Nobody know that you were there for Liberia, only because you want to become president. Now, today we had a problem with Liberia and Guinea. As an international well-known man, you're not making any impact to show that, yeah, this man is internationally known in Liberia. The way he will solve problem when he become president, he has started to solve problem today because you're not president. Mr. Kumi, in fact, this one time you have a little vote. When you come by, your vote will be depreciating or declining. Thank you ever so much, and God bless you. I'm Peter, and then again, God bless you.
Okay, thank you so much. 0777 959 959. Good evening.
Hello.
You live? Your name and where you call from?
I'm Benjamin. I call from Nizo, Bill.
Benjamin from Nizo.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ben.
Let me greet the honorable, the incoming president, Example for me. I know we all were waiting for that time, and some of us playing surely happy to campaign for him. Yeah, massively, I'll campaign for him. And then I want to give a request and really try to put him on this line in TV. You know, I got issue where I need of assistance. Yeah. I went to hospital where I got glaucoma. I graduated from 2.22, and then I got insect on the eyes to read. I got glaucoma, embarrassing too much. It made me, all my education, tormenting. I graduated from government school. Yeah, and then I been no one of help, no one of help me, like glaucoma on eye. And then it was a check up. To work on me, to me, getting tough stuff. So I'm reading if I receive my help from school.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing?
You live. Your name and where you call from?
I'm so calling for problem to speak to you.
Go ahead.
Let me say thank you for the honorable man. What I want to say to him, he shouldn't ask those people who wearing Palestinian jackets telling him say that the people are not ready for him. The way the country is going now, someone is satisfied with that. That's the reason why someone is talking this way. But who that know that we as country going on the wrong trajectory way, we know that if he come, he'll kill all the country. So we're waiting for him. That he just prepare himself to come, and we will support him.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
You live? Your name and where you call from?
I'm Jeff Sanga, calling from Enjoy State.
Welcome, Jeff. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to Mr. Kumi for spending the day with on the issues. But I have one quick question for him. Mr. Kumi, I will vote for you in 2020 now, even if you don't win the election. On my question, Mr. Kumi, how will you tackle the issue of youth unemployment because I'm a youth, I have to graduate, and since I graduated, nothing to do so. So, inshallah, I won the election as president in 2029. How will you tackle the issue of unemployment? That's my question.
Thank you so much. Let's take another person on the line here. This person, okay, we lost 0777 959 959 0777 959 959. Good evening, welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
Your name and where you call from?
I'm Tia Kiabo, calling from Carwell.
Welcome, Tia.
Okay. And I must appreciate Mr. Cumming for his expertise, for his hard work, no era that he works, and brought proud to Liberia.
Okay.
But when it comes to Liberia election, Mr. Cumming being president in this country, Mr. Cumming is distant. He's distant from the common people. Mr. Cumming is far off, way yana in the sky. He's not on the ground. He does not have a constituency. He does not have a base. He's just dancing all around. So how will Mr. Cumming be elected to become president of Liberia?
If you say dancing, what do you mean?
It means that Mr. Cumming go to the elite and leave out those that can make the decision to make somebody to be president.
Okay.
The common people, the grassroots, the youth. We are not seeing anything program that really making Mr. Cumming and the youth to come together. The countrymen in the village to come together to know actually who Mr. Cumming is before they were making president.
What would be your recommendation?
My recommendation is let Mr. Cumming change his approaches, going to people in high level classes, breaking them around, come down, go to the villages, go to the county, set up a program that will make the young people, the villagers, the common men that got a decision, and you can be one. Other than that, Mr. Cumming will just be wasting his time.
Okay.
He's a good young man.
Okay.
He's got the charisma of leadership to lead this country.
Thank you. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, you live.
Yeah, James from Banana.
You low, James.
Yeah, okay, so I listen to Mr. Cumming.
You're very low. Can you please increase your voice? You're low.
Okay, is that okay now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I said I listened to Mr. Cumming spoke. Well,
We
but
get
the fact that what I didn't understand how to explain for development and growth in the economy. They not mention the fact that how to add value to what we already have. Because I think some of the problems is the fact of value addition, looking at the current situation concerning the rural Liberia seems to be less quick, less technological, and I think just some push ourselves as people productive. So I feel like for you to more like how you can industrialize the economy.
All right.
To provide.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
You live. Your name, where you call from?
I am Cecilia Roberts. I'm calling you from New Jersey.
Welcome, Cici.
Thank you so much. Let me say thank you to our political leader, Mr. Elton Kumi. My salute, sir. I wanted to thank you for your expertise. I listened to you lengthily. One caller just called just now, and while the caller just said, I want to protest him. Mr. Kumi shouldn't really look at telling him down. Yes, because those people that you think you are saying that are in a high position, you depending on them. They are there, fooling you. They are there around you, maybe to just fool you. But with the common people, we can sit to places, we can listen to people. Like for me, 2 different times I pay my own way. I moved from New Georgia. I went to Mr. Cummings' house on 2 different occasions. The security denied me. They said I should do written communication. They want. That's what the person and said, and so you don't know where I went there for. Common person like me, when would I do written communication? When will you pass to secretary? When will you pass to them one before I will see the person that I want to see? So those kind of things then again may also feel bad. So when the person is in power now, the person not in power, you don't have access to them. Even though they are big people, you can just go to anybody anyhow. But at least if somebody keep going to you, want to see you, want to talk to you, at least you should make that way for them to get access to you. Because yes, 2 different occasions I pay my own way more for any joy. Because I started following him on the radio from his talk show. For me, I'm a physician, but I decided to switch because I've waited 2 parties now. I've lost track. I don't know where to go now. Okay. So I've been following his show. I've been following people, been talking about him, and I've been wanting to see him for us to talk. So I went to a place 2 different times. How I should do written communication. The other person, I have to pass through the person. I felt bad to be frank. I felt bad on the serious matter. If the person is not yet in power, he's not accessible to us. I'm not saying that anybody should go to him if you just jump up from in his room to come, but at least if you see somebody going to a person, let the security be able to make way. Even when I'm sensible things that the person going to, but at least try you find the person, and most especially when the person keep going there. Going there.
Okay.
So for me, I felt bad, but he's my political leader. I'm supporting him.
You say your name is Cecilia who?
Cecilia Roberts. Cecilia Denton Roberts. He's my political leader. He's my political leader. I'm supporting Sam 2029. I really want 2029 tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm from River Chief, but I'm here I'm from River.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, how are you?
Your life, your name and where you call from?
It is Ayuba Sherry speaking from Bilema.
Bilema, welcome, Ayuba.
Thank you. Anyways, I want to take this time to tell Mr. Kumi thank you for appearing on the show tonight. I got 2 questions for Mr. Kumi. If he became president for 2029, when he stopped the minister, the minister of running 25,000 cars, if yes, what are the mechanisms we put into play for that? My second question have to do with Woman Joe Boga calling on board to go as vice president to him when he accept. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Good evening.
Good evening.
Your life, your name and where you call from?
Yeah, I'm Sylvester, called to make clarity or try to
Sylvester, you call from where?
Come again?
You call from where?
From 3.
Go ahead, Sylvester.
Yes, people say Kumi can come down to common people. If you're not seeing that it may come down, but maybe the party what man on it was looking at it to be a big party, so if we having program, both program collaborate and say many come, but many come to come up, many campaign in for the country anytime campaign time reach the many go in all the country and make campaign. But people see that the party not big and not use not get population that what people say the many come down, but many come down to people. So they notice that want to. And I say many come down. And many come how you go to the country and parliament and be told to them, come up people and I ain't told them.
Okay.
Yeah, so the reaching that one. We know that no carrying 2029. Okay.
Thank you so much. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0881 871 670 0881-871-670. Good evening. Hello, your name is where you call from? Your name is? Creighton, go ahead.
Yeah, that's president for the country. So the CDC left government, the left government, they can't go your back up. Yeah, a lot of track coming too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Good evening. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, your name and where you call from?
This is Alex Chinwe, and I do join you from Grand Jede County.
Alex from Grand Jede County. How are you following the show? What means are you listening to the show?
Thank God that I understood the studio gets sound and clear tonight.
I'm asking you, Alex,
So
1 minute. Alex,
say-
1 minute. Alex, I'm asking you, through what means are you listening to the show tonight?
Oh, radio.
Oh, and how is the signal there in Grand Jede?
Very clear tonight.
Okay, thank you so
To be
much.
specific, I'm speaking from Bison District.
Bazon, thank you so much. Go ahead.
I want to say thanks to Mr. Kumi for all the statements they made tonight. One of the things I want to say to him is that as Liberians, we know that whenever election is getting closer, people will come with their view. It's true that the way we found Liberia today, people don't expect Liberia to be like that. But since election is coming, people will be coming, I will do this, I will do all this development when it comes to agriculture, education, all these things. For me, I know him too good. It's just that he didn't know me because we went with huge number at that time to meet him. And so I want to encourage him, if he want to come 2029, let him start doing his good work towards the Liberian people. For election should not come that you will say, yeah, because I want to do what Joseph Boka did not do, what Upon did not do. But let him start doing his good work, that the people will be able to see him, they will be able to smell the good thing that he been giving.
Okay.
So I want to say thank you tonight for the statement.
Okay. Thank you so much. 077-959-959. Good evening. Oh, we lost that person there. 077-959-959. 0881-871-670 plus 231-777-959-959. Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
Yes, I'm good. Your name and where you call from?
My name is Henry Otongin. I call you from Todi District.
Welcome from Todi District.
Yeah, I just want to buttress what our brother was saying when it comes to the making itself available for the local people to get in.
Okay.
They go on election. I personally sent my wife from Todi here. She went there to meet Mr. Cummings. Yes, it was possible. However, she met him. They talk, but later they delegate that he sent in the area. The young man came very late. One brother James.
Okay.
Yeah, as I speak to you, I still got his number set on my phone. Yeah, I used to be talking together, but he came so late that caused us. It was very hard for us to just convince the people. Because you see now, it is the politics in Liberia. If you cannot make yourself visible, nobody will just. You can't be in the corner while people convincing people for you and they are not seeing you. So the honorable men need to work on that for this coming election. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your points. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Your name and where you call from?
My name is Nangbe. I call from Kirisburg District.
Welcome, Nangwe from Kirisburg.
Shortly, I just want to have access to me. I want to be appointed to meet Mr. Kumi. How easy can I do that?
Appointment to meet Mr. Cummings.
Yes.
Okay.
My organization and I want to see how we can do.
Okay. So you want to call your number quickly?
777.
0777
97
97
86
86
13.
13. Say your name is?
My name is Nambe Ben. Nangbe Ben.
Nangbe Ben.
Yeah.
Okay, from Kirisburg.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I wish him well.
Okay. All right. Let's get this other person. Good evening. Oh, we lost our caller there. 777-959-959. More calls. Good evening. Good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Your name, where you call from?
I am Chisu Cummins.
You say your name is?
Chisu Cummins.
Chisu Cummins.
Yeah, Cummins. I am a brother to Eric Cummins.
Oh, okay. A brother to Alex Cummins. Go ahead, Chisu.
Yes. Yes, well, that's my brother. I wish him well. What I want him to do is, as another caller said earlier, we want for him to get down to the common people. Come around, establish, sell around for the common people to be able to have access to him. He is my brother. We are almost the same age group, but we need help and we want him to become president for this country for a better Liberia.
Okay.
So that's what I want to tell him.
Okay.
I could come Morovia to meet him personally, but I'm not too well in health. So I'm sick from Buchanan.
Oh, you calling from Buchanan?
Yes, I live in Buchanan.
And currently you're in Buchanan, okay?
Yes, that's where I'm living.
Oh, and what are you using? Oh, you listening to the radio or you following?
Yeah, I'm listening to the radio.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I've been trying to follow up.
Okay.
So I want him to get around the common before to try to get more members for ANC for this coming election.
Okay.
For the betterment of Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm Chisu Cummins again, brother.
Okay, Chisu. All right. 0777-959-959. More calls tonight. This is LIB Future TV here on Kia Radio 95.9. This Tuesday's edition. Good evening.
Yes, I'm Luther Flomo.
Luther Flomo. You call from where?
I call from Sokbadan, specifically in Grand Bassa County, District number 3B.
District number 3B. You say Sokbatan?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead from Sokbatan in Grand Bassa.
Yeah. For me, I just want to tell the Papi, thank you. Yeah, actually, we the common people, we can't see him. We don't know him. Yeah, for my region, I control the youth of my town and all of the nearby villages. So actually, I want to see him, but he had to discuss. Because when we are together and when we meeting, when you can't see my youth and my football team are around the area, then we'll be able to emerge. But we don't know the Papi he can't stop the country, he can't stop the Buchanan City. Yeah, so we don't know him, we want to see him.
You say Compound 3B?
Compound 3B, I can't stop, like, you can't read to we the common people in the district. Okay. I'm speaking specifically from Blessed Administrative District.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you listening to the radio or you following on Facebook?
Yeah, I listen to the radio.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. 0777-959-959. We're taking more calls tonight on the show. You can place your calls, and of course, you will come through. This person. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Yes, we're good. Your name and where you call from?
I'm Jackson Moore, calling from Lower Bond County.
Jackson from Lower Bond County. Which part of Bond County? Lower Bond County is big.
I was right around Biget.
Around
after when you cross St. Paul going to Bapol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm so happy enough to hear coming on the line. But I can promise him, I voted for him 2 different times, but they don't know me. But the coordinator that he had at the time, the amount of money at the end of the day, there was no good result. I promise him, I want you to take my number. Because where we are, only Lone Star, sometimes to get out is very difficult. Can you see I'm calling on Lone Star?
Yeah.
And because of a second, because I found me to call on the Lone Star, no way, I don't have the Lone Star number.
Oh, the Lone Star is on.
Yeah, but now, the way you were reading it, there was no way, only the orange.
Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that.
I want to give my number to you, and to call me tomorrow.
Okay.
Everyone can call me. I will invite you on the open. Going to Jungle G, coming all the way digger whatsoever, coming as far as Bapuru. People, were just in your forum. I told people, I said, Kumi was one of the reformers for our country, but people never got over it. Up to this, then yesterday was just in a forum discussing about Kumi, and today I just put radio on our voice. So I don't know how can I get to.
Okay. You just want to call your number quickly?
0886
0886
330
911. 911. You say your name is?
I'm Jackson Mo. That's my active number there.
Jackson. And you call from Lower Bond County?
Yeah.
Okay.
DJ.
Yeah,
Lola Clan.
Lola Clan. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay.
I'll be expecting a call tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Yes, your name and where you call from?
My name is Achiti Award. I'm calling from 72nd SKD Boulevard.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. My question I have a question to ask the honorable. When they went to settle for a coalition, because it's not all about President Bouaka, it's a united party. United party went for 12 years in the country, we saw them. And they came back again, they into another 6 years. So they need a formidable force that can unseat them for 2029. So can ANC do it alone, or will the ANC be going to go into coalition with the Congress of Democratic Change? Because the Congress of Democratic Change, they accept the NPP, they contact and they unseat united party. I do believe that the doors are open for more membership. So will ANC go alone, or will they be going to go for a coalition?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right.
Yeah.
0777 959 959 0777 959 959 plus 231 777 959 959. The loose start number is 0881 871 670 0881 871 670. Good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
Yes, your name and where you call from?
My name is Peter calling you from Lofa County, Vonjama District.
From Lofa County, Vonjama.
Yes.
How are you getting us there? You watching us on Facebook or you listening to the radio?
Radio.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. We're happy for coming. Brother, you can reach in Vonjama City and talk to us with the marketeers. And I will be coming anytime. Anytime you can get my number. You get to me.
Okay. Okay. You want to call your number?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
077.
0777.
You
said 99?
Yes.
Okay, 99.
00. 83.
83. And your name is?
Rita Colley.
Rita Colley from Vonjama. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's get this person. Good evening. Good evening.
Hello?
You're live. Your name and where you call from? Hello? Okay, David E. Harris. Welcome, my brother Dave.
Brother Jeff.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, brother.
I'm just told you have the honorable man in studio.
Okay, he's not in the studio here, but he's on.
So, Brother Jeff, I don't have a party.
Okay.
LIB is my party. LIB is my common denominator. I only go when it's time for voting period. I go and cast my vote for the candidate of my choice.
Okay.
But personally, I do not support any political party. I don't wear any party regalia. And this is my advice to the honorable man, honorable Cummings. I want him to go in the trenches, in the district, establish his network, his youth network in every district, in every community, in every town, in every village. Let him take upon himself and go and establish a youth base, grassroots base. Let him not be deceived by people. Oh, we have the people by our side. We're having a youth. We got this, like other people did. Like Honorable Bailey, the way Honorable Bailey fool him in the past. That when they not win election, if the ANC don't win election, he will put a nail in the tapping book. He should not allow anybody to fool him. Let him be able to move in the trenches and ensure that he establishes a grassroots base. Because in this country, before you win election, you be having a specific grassroots base in every district, every community. I think with that, he will try to do something. But for me, I cannot commit to any political party. I cannot support any political party.
You have always said that, Dave.
This is my daily advice to him. If you want to succeed in this country, you take the trenches and you be at the front. You not allow anybody to deceive him. Thank you, Brother Jeff.
Thank you so much, David E. Harris, a regular listener and follower of Kia Radio here. 0777, take few more calls. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959. Good evening.
Yeah, hey, Madison, so what a tour.
Madison, so what a tell you call from where?
I come on district number 2 specifically. I have full into encourage the honorable.
The feedback, we're getting feedback. You want to lower the monitor or you walk away?
Okay, am I okay now?
Okay.
Am I okay now?
Yes, you're good. Go ahead.
All right. I have full into encourage the honorable that these years that have passed, it has been a time of learning process. But I think most of the callers have called to add the voice from my boss as well. That he should come to the people. Now, the first time he came into the race, those coordinators and other people who were the ones that could carry his message, did not carry it well. And so he found some of us who knew that people would have been the best were left behind. We who went to the various areas, making sure that and his vision was be heard by our people, to our people. When we came back, no coordinator didn't step on us. And because of that, some of us, we turn our back. Why if today coordinator can step on us, we do not receive what we're supposed to, and then tomorrow when he wins, what happens? It will be, nobody will know us. So I'm encouraging him to also, if I have also, decided to even meet him, to meet him first.
Okay.
Because, we did our hair, our lives on a bullet for the sake of women.
Okay.
So this time around, we are not going to joke about it. The vision must be heard. The vision must be seen. And all that he has explained, I think, we try him. I think you'll do better.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. This person. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, brother.
You live. Your name and where you call from?
I'm Joseph Toba calling from Johnsonville Rehab.
Joseph, Johnsonville Rehab. Go ahead.
My man, I've been out of ANC for a very long time. Yeah, but I need to go to I really want to work with women. I serve as chief citizen to quarterback when you're part of the ANC. I serve as AIG special agent to Benjamin Meyer when you're youth care.
Benjamin Myers.
Yeah, when you're youth care for the ANC. Down to Budu Liba. Yeah, but my man, when you work with opposition, nowhere the people see you. Yeah, so my man, come listen to me. I really want to work with him as one of his security.
Okay.
So here's my number, brother. If you can help me, and give my number. I really want to work with. I need to go to Kumi Horse. Me on the quarterback, but since I left on down the quarterback, no work doing. And ANC is my party. I have to go back.
Call your number quickly.
0775
775
99 1045.
1045. And your name is?
Joseph Tukpa.
Joseph.
Yeah.
Joseph Tukpa.
Yeah,
Yeah, I really want to work with Kumi as you know if you do it, bro.
Okay, thank you, Joseph. Thank you. Your points are taken. Good evening.
Yeah, hello.
You live? Your name and where you call from?
My name is Alfonso G. Waka, calling from Magiri District 1.
Alfonso from Magiri District 1.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, what I want to tell the incoming president, the reason why the election it never went foul the way they arranged the election. They took so women, so bunch of criminals that were just leading the people. How we our supporting in 2017, we went with back off because all the people that was so we don't want men, we don't want men. They majority of us we left. Yes, so I just want to tell the incoming president that if he want to win election, let him face it as the period quarter said. Let he pay his constituent in the favor country, in the favor community.
Okay.
Let he find trusted people. Now people will go and lie doing most especially the people from America, people who live in America, can run campaign. What you think they will do? What you think they know?
Okay. Okay.
So that is my number. You can give my number to the incoming president. I will say something. They come in 2029.
Okay. 73
077781825.
Okay. 781825.
Yes. 2017 we pushing it. So Jack coming. Or 2023 down. So we need what in front of it. Bunch of criminals.
Okay. Thank you so much. You say your name is?
Yamento G. Waka.
Yamento?
Yeah,
Yarmanto. Yamento.
G.
Okay.
Waka, Terry,
AKA. Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling from Magiri District 1.
Magiri.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Yamento.
Okay.
This person, good evening. 3 minutes ago. Your name and where you call from?
My name is James B. Brooks, calling from District number 4, Missouri County.
Welcome, James.
Yeah, I've been following the show because I've been out of Missouri, been busy out.
Okay.
To be frank, President Benedict Kume is not a bad individual, not a bad political tool. We always say that President Kume needs people that will change his popularity to vote. And how can he do that? And I'm not getting our brother who are in rural university that come around and say the numbers, they have 10,000 numbers. They use the MPP as an MPFL started to say, when you see me, you see 10,000, you see me, you see 20,000. And these are the people he follow beyond. And at end result, when they go to him, he's getting 50,000, 100,000, thinking that he'll go down to the downtrodden youth. They can't go there.
Okay.
I remember when he came District number 4 during the election period, only feed him for bro behind him. I really felt sorry for him.
Okay.
And if Alexander Benedict Kume want to be successful, he needs to put a mechanism into place for the youth in various countries.
Okay.
Like for example, look at the research center. You can travel in every district, even now in a district in a country, you go down to the country and youth are there. Tell them those are in high schools and other places. Tell them that they will see how we can have a project. Tell them how to come up with a project that they themselves will be part of that particular project that you yourself will support.
Okay.
And they themselves will be part of it. But your team can be successful through it.
All right.
Want to get to finally conclude with you. I really appreciate you guys propagating the agenda of AAC and Alexander Benedict Kume. And I hope that you guys will continue to see how we can see great change because Liberia need a new face, a new dimension, a new leader, a new ideology.
Okay.
That can bring a transformation in Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We're almost out of time. We're almost out of time. We're not taking calls. Let's see if we can go back to Mr. Cummings if we have the time for him to respond. If not, well, let's see. quickly. We're having some internet challenge. Mr. Cummings is loading. We hope that he comes on to respond quickly to some of the answer some of these things. But your points are well taken. You can rest assured that those of you numbers that we gather, especially those of you in the rural parts of the country, and you call also, your numbers are taken, and definitely you'll be reached out to us. All right, they'll reach out to you. And so it has been a wonderful conversation here on tonight's edition of the program. My name is Jefferson Weah. Unfortunately, Mr. Cummings will respond. He will be here again another time. Then he will respond to all of these things. But we took your numbers already, and of course, he has them. And so, Lisa, if you're there, it's over to you on the show tonight. Thanks for listening, fellow Liberians.
Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.